quite obvious from this that as people we don't have as much respect for other forms of life as we do our own. It's a pretty obvious example of the adverse effect that we have on our environment.
Somewhere along the line, people are being irresponsible and then the animals are suffering. Irresponsible and sort of just not fair really. It's just we should be looking after them, not killing them off, which that's what we're doing really.
We all think we're not part of the problem. We all think we're not part of the problem. We all think we're not part of the problem. We all think we're not part of the problem. We all think we're not part of the problem.
I mean, there isn't really any negative connotations to not wanting to kill animals. People are very much willfully ignorant because it makes for an easier life. You know, convenience makes things easier, and people will often take the path of least resistance because why wouldn't you?
Things are a lot cheaper nowadays, that's the problem. It's just the way it's gone.
It's just so like intrinsic to our makeup.
It seems like it's something completely unavoidable as well, just a change in lifestyle.
The payoff is not worth the impact it has on the planet. It's not worth the convenience. Like, you're trading slight convenience now for massive inconvenience later, but you can do it because you disassociate from it because you're not experiencing it now. It's an effect that's going to come in like 2050. So you don't have to think about it now. You're not going to see the effects of it now. So you can just sort of detach from it and not think about the effects about what you're doing. So when you buy a broccoli with plastic, you don't think about the fact that there's going to be more plastic than fish in the ocean in 2050.
For one word, I would say, well, shocking, but kind of eye-opening.
Every aspect of our culture is thrown. 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 Every aspect of our culture is thrown.
The sad part about human nature.
Every aspect of our culture is thrown. Every aspect of our culture is thrown. Every aspect of our
The sad part about human nature.
Every aspect of our culture is thrown. Every aspect of our culture is thrown.
The sad part about human nature.
It can obviously be a good thing to have this much plastic.
The sad part about human nature.
It can obviously be a good thing to have this much plastic.
Plastic was something you didn't use at all. I don't remember anything really apart from toys. And then you always took a bag with you. If your shopping got delivered, it was always in a cardboard box. My dad used to deliver shopping. He used to deliver from the co-op bread, and all bread used to get delivered. And then used to be in a brown bag, never plastic. And then my mum used to have the shopping delivered from the co-op, which was the only place then in those days that ever delivered shopping. Used to be in a cardboard box, nothing ever wrapped up, in plastic at all. Plastic was something you didn't use 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 at all.
Certainly when I was growing up, we didn't have any of these things. But you only have to just walk into any supermarket and you see the amount of packaging on individual items and you think, none of that's necessary. We now know that this much plastic is not a good thing. But I think obviously what we're doing now is paying for the excesses that we've had. It feels like it's greed and gluttony have got us to this position.
I don't think enough people know, or not many people know the reality, because it's hidden away from everybody, isn't it? I think it's quite scary how big an issue it actually is, and it isn't necessary, and that's definitely got worse as time's gone on.
I don't feel we've got any choice in the matter. There's no alternative given to us.
The impact I can have and the impact companies can have is vastly different.
There's no sort of viable alternatives.
They wouldn't make as much money, but I don't think they have the right to make that money when it's damaging the environment. But there's no planet left in like 50, 100 years. There's going to be no people left to buy your products.
No good will come of this, you know. No good will come of people's unwillingness to change.
You are responsible for the rubbish and plastics and everything like that you make that ends up in the ocean that you actively didn't try and stop. You are responsible for the impact that you have.
Well, you've got to take responsibility for yourself, for your own actions.
It's easy to go like, oh, it doesn't matter if I don't, everyone does.
What's the reason?
Maybe I need to not be given the choice.
You just didn't know.
It's kind of a bit disrespectful.
We think there's a worrying amount of plastic in the ocean now. You wait until we've been doing this for like another 100 years.
People have been blindly kind of ignoring the fact that, of course, having everything wrapped up in plastic is fucking ridiculous.